What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm gonna show you the new way to trade meme coins in 2026. Obviously, it's through the use of Trojan Terminal, my platform of choice. You can find the link to get access down in the description of this video that gives you 45% cashback on your own trades. But other than this, the thing is, they put just a new innovative feature that is honestly changing the game, and I haven't seen it on any other trading terminals. This is the alpha section. So if I click on here on alpha, you're gonna be able to see what I'm talking about. You're gonna see the connections directly with Discord servers, with Telegram groups. So this way you can actually get just first access, direct access, just like it was a wallet tracker on your Trojan terminal. So I'm gonna show you in this video the way that it works and the way that you can take advantage to it. I also have some plays that I'm gonna talk about that could be real alpha. And you guys know that I'm not missing a single shot as of lately. You saw my Rift call, I've called it a 600K and it went to 60 million. So this has officially been the first 100x that I've called here on Crypto Banter. So 100x. If you had been listening to me, you would have bought a 600K market cap and you perhaps would still be holding a bag at 60 million in market cap. That's like super clean, 100x on a utility play. Literally no one on the internet is making this kind of calls on utility plays at the moment. The market is still overall red. We're still far from euphoria or from very favorable market condition in which it becomes easy money in the trenches. And yet I'm still making calls like this. But now, I'm gonna show you the alpha section. So first of all, the way that it works is you're gonna be in a group that has TokenScan. TokenScan is a trading, is sort of like a scanner, just like it used to be, or it still is, Fanes or Rickbot. It's just a different type of scanner. In my opinion, it works better. I'm gonna show you just like, where I can find it. I can find it right here. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Forget about it. But it's basically something that you're gonna put on your Discord server or your Telegram group. And after that, you're basically gonna click the connect function on the bot and it's gonna be linked directly to your Trojan terminal. So your Discord server gets linked to your Trojan terminal and you get all the calls right here. So you can see right here on my layout that I have the alpha section just below the watchlist section. You can do whatever the hell you want. Obviously, I'm using this without alerts right now because I'm not really tracking wallet. I'm not really interested in tracking wallets right now. I'd rather have my own alpha. But let's say that you want to put this on the right side of your screen, and then on the left side of your screen, you put your watch list and then the alpha section right here. And then you can just tweak it to your advantage, the way that you want to use it. There's not really a right or wrong way to do it, just the one that suits your trading style the best. This is the way that I use it. And if I need a wallet tracker, if I need to track some wallets, I just open it, blah, blah. And also members of my Discord have a wallet tracker that I basically dedicated to be building. I've been building it for the last 1 or 2 years, and it's been obviously very good use, but right now I'm not even looking at it because the way that I trade with the alpha section is just way more suitable at the moment because I'm able to swing through all the noise that you can see in the trenches right now. Now, this is the alpha section, as I said, and the alpha tracker, I'm gonna expand it a little bit. And you can see that here, every call that gets scanned into your Discord server or Telegram group gets reported here at the market cap that it gets posted. And then you're gonna be able to see the current multipliers out of the calls that you do. And obviously, if you want the best way to use this sort of tracker, you should be able to understand that you need to be in an alpha group. And my group is probably the best one out there. I've been calling a 100x on Riv. I've been calling multiple under 100x. I've been calling a 1000x on Psyopanime. I called a 2000x on Penguin. I was one of the first KOLs to ever call it, either on Crypto Twitter or YouTube. And by the way, you just join my group and you're able to use this function as another very good add-on on my group. There's so many add-ons on my group right now, but this is one of the most recent ones. So For example, let's just go on this call that Jules made. You can see the server. If you have multiple servers, multiple Telegram groups, you're going to be able to see the icon in here in big, and in small, you're going to be able to see the PFP of the person that made a call. So Jules calls this, okay? And you can see that it's 43% up from the call. And now here you can expand. You can see that the call was made right here in the icon. So it says called in Cepryl's war room. That is my private group by Jules, Cali. And then it went here, blah, 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 and it's sent. Or here, if you go onto the alpha section, you're also going to be able to see an actual leaderboard of all of the calls that have been made in the group. So here you can see, I also have another group, but I'm going to disregard that for now. You can see the top callers. I'm at number 5 right now in my own group, so I got some catching up to do. But you can see also best call that has been made. Obviously, this scanner has been introduced like just a few days ago, so it's not gonna be an overall representation of all the calls that have been made. But anyway, that's just a side thing. And let's see here, top callers. So you can also mute callers if you don't like them in a Discord server. If you think that they don't make good calls, you can just mute them. Obviously here, there's me, there's some team members like Jules, and also some overall members that like to scan things and make calls even from time to time. Here you can see top calls that have been made in the group. So from the introduction of the scanner, there's been a 66x, a 55x, blah, blah. I personally called this that did a 27x. And you can see all the top calls, and you can filter for the time frame that you want. You can also filter for launchpad or for call at a certain market cap. So you're able to dig down like very deep, and you're going to be able to just like find whatever the hell is it that you're looking for. So that is extremely interesting. And with this thing, honestly, I would suggest, even if you're not interested in joining a group or whatever, if you run a group or if you're interested into creating a cabal, a Telegram group or whatever, I would highly suggest introduce TokenScan and put this feature, move to Trojan because it's the best trading bot out there. And honestly, there is absolutely no other trading bot that is offering something like this in the market. Obviously, Axiom introduced something like lobbies, but that is more like a flex on your friends. Like it's not even close to what Trojan is offering to the public right now. Now, I'm going to also talk about some of the calls because obviously I've talked about Riv a lot, and I've also been making some AMAs and live streams. I'm also going live on Kick, so make sure to follow me on Kick if you haven't already. You're going to be able to find the link on my X profile, which is linked down in the description of this video, the link on my personal YouTube channel if you're watching from Crypto Banter, and so on and so forth. There's also going to be another AMA, I think, next week. There's some sauce that I'm bringing. I'm probably going to do I would like to do an interview with the CEO of Riv very soon. So that could come as early as next week. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see an interview with the CEO of Riv. Because after 100x, I think we deserve an actual AMA with the CEO of this project. And then, obviously, I'm not sure if you took the call last week, but it did very, very well. I called this at 500k in market cap, I think, here on Crypto Banter. It went to 2.2 million with an all-time high last week, and then it had a significant drop, another significant pump, and now it's ranging, it's forming a bull flag, and you can see some KOLs like Shelf that are actually accumulating again. So very, very interesting to see. I do believe that this is going to 10, 20 million plus in market cap without giving you any financial advice. You guys see that I'm not missing a beat when it comes to tech plays. And by the way, here you can see that somebody from my group scanned something, okay? So just click on here. I think it was called before. Yeah, there's too many KOLs, so I'm getting confused. But this was also called in my group. Yeah, so you can see here that this guy, Class City, so shout out to Class City, one of the members, he called a 5x on this play. That's crazy. That's crazy. So he called at 400k market cap, and now it's 2.30 mil. So again, it's not just me making calls, it's also my members that are freaking killing it. So shout out to you, bro. Like 5x on this, it's crazy. Oh my God, what is happening here? I don't even know what this is, but after I finish filming this video, I'm definitely gonna do some research. But this is a clear demonstration about how you would use the alpha section. The call gets dropped in the Discord. You click on the thing and you're gonna be making some money because even my members, they're not missing anything in this market. So very, very bullish to see. Now, on the other places I was talking about, I think it's incredibly undervalued right now. The discount is just too big to be ignored. I would not hesitate to accumulate more. Obviously, I'm holding a big bag, so I'm not really interested in accumulating more because I'm set. I already have more than 1% supply that I personally bought. And, if I didn't have that big of an amount of this project, I would probably accumulate more because they're building a real exchange, but it's not just an exchange. It's an all-purpose platform trading terminal. They have indices, they have commodities, they added the Nasdaq, they added the S&P 500, and you can buy all of these things on an exchange that is non-KYC and just with the use of USDC. There is no other platform out there that allows you to even do something just as remotely good as it is. And they're also working on a launch, but they're working on many other things. So I'm incredibly excited about this. And then I have another play that if you actually were in my VIP group and you were getting the alpha alerts on Trojan, you would have gotten it at 3 million. Right now it's pumping up a little bit, so we're already up. But this is something that I'm probably gonna be cooking for the long term because I really like this narrative. I think it's incredibly good, and this coin is called Altseason. So I want to show you the website because it's really cool. Okay. I hope you guys can hear it. I'm not even sure if it's too loud. Okay, so the website is sick, but I'm gonna remove the music just because I don't want this video to get copyrighted or get any sort of weird stuff. I think that this is quite straightforward. You guys probably remember Ankh last week. That is a character that is part of the Wojak ecosystem, Wojak being probably the main character of the ecosystem, although Ankh went to something like 30 million in market cap. We got in at something like 3 million. It sent after that. And Altseason is basically represented by Chad. Chad is the guy that gets the girl in the Wojak universe, and obviously Wojak is the bear market guy that doesn't get girls, okay? So it's quite straightforward to understand. This guy represents the Altseason. So the website is pretty cool. It's funny. It's memeable. And now that the trenches are getting traction again, that people are excited about crypto again, I think that there is honestly there's not a better market. There's not a better meme coin in this market. I'm getting too much music right now, so I hope that you guys can hear me. I'm gonna try to mute the tab. Wait. Okay, should be good now. Okay. We got some technical issues, but now they're sorted. So the website is well made. The content is incredibly memeable. So even if you go here on the X profile, we can see that first of all, it's getting a lot of traction. It launched a week ago, but it really started getting pushed over the last few days. The team has worked on big cooks in the past. They don't want to get doxxed, so I'm not going to dox them, but I kind of know who they are. And the content is strong. There's a lot of chads, no pun intended, already onboarded. So you can see my guy, Win All Day. So shout out to Win All Day, great guy. Obviously Hardy. A lot of the people that are involved into a lot of cooks that I'm in. And we also saw Supplement, one of the, I would say, most relevant YouTubers these days, that has been shilling it on his video just today. I'm recording this video one day before you see it, so obviously the chart is going to be looking a little different and everything and so on and so forth, but still, you get the picture. A lot of people are starting to talk about it, and the engagement is very good, it's organic. I like it. I think that this is a concept that is infinitely memeable, and with more and more people talking about it, it's probably going to be here to stay, and I could expect very good numbers. So even, this is not something that you buy one Solana of. It's something that you're supposed to play with size. Obviously, do your own research. Don't put more money that you can afford to lose. It's a meme coin. It doesn't have any sort of utility at the end of the day. But something like 3 million, obviously we saw Ankh. I also bidded Ankh at 3 million and it went to 30 million. Obviously, the performance of Ankh, that is another character of the meta, doesn't represent anything in terms of performance that we can expect from this meme coin. But if one of those characters went to 30 million, I don't see why another one could not do the same. Or even if it does half of it, it's still like a 5x or something. So it's definitely worth the risk. It's a risk, it's a gamble at the end of the day. But given what I see, the people on board, the kind of content that they're making, the effort that the team is putting out there, I do believe that this could send. I do believe that it could send, that even if it does a few X's and you play with size and you play it smart, obviously right now it's sitting at a local top. Don't blast your house. Maybe wait for a dip, wait for a retracement, or you could start buying right now. And then if it drops another 10, 20%, you buy more, you bring your average down, and then you DCA out after you get, I don't know, anything from a 2, 3x up or something like that. So make sure to do your own research, as I said, but I do believe that this could do very good number. So I'm here to stay. I'm gonna follow what the team is doing. I'm gonna track like what other KOLs get involved and see what happens. But let's see if this is gonna be our weekend cook. I think that, you know, I have very good expectation about this, and we're gonna see what it does. There's not many other projects on my watch list right now, guys. Obviously, Riv is going to 1 billion. I said it plenty of times. I'm very, very confident on the future of Riv. It already did insane numbers. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to hundreds of millions or perhaps even 1 billion over the next few months. It's not something that is going to happen overnight, but if I've called that 100x already, is it crazy to believe that it's going to do another 20x from here? I do not think so. And then we are seeing, obviously, that money had an insane retracement here. I'm not sure if I would still bid on it, but I don't know. It seems quite free. Maybe if you want to do a swing trade, I've called it at 1 million. It went to 7 million. So don't tell me, oh, what happened with that money? I mean, at the end of the day, if you do a 7x or something, you're supposed to take some profits out, right? So right now, maybe you can bid a little bit, but again, it's up to you. It's do your own research, because this is extremely risky. It's extremely risky to bid charts because you're sort of catching a falling knife right now, right? Like it could be a very good entry. Maybe if it goes back to 2 million, you make a 3x, but it could also go to 300K and you lose 50% of your investment. So this is the risk associated with meme coins. I'm also still in Punch. We're gonna see how that trade plays out, but that's pretty much all that I have right now. All of the list, feel free to screenshot it or whatever, replay this video. These are all the projects that I have on today's list. I have 2 tech plays and 3 meme coin plays, in which one I'm pretty much fully out and one I'm still playing with size at a loss. And this, I think that is going to make us print. Altseason is approaching, perhaps, and I think that this meme coin is going to do extremely well. As a reminder, all the trades have been that I'm doing are on Trojan. I'm recommending this to everyone, especially in my community. In my community, everyone switch to Trojan so they can get the calls with the Trojan Alpha section, as I've shown you in today's video. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments on this video. I'm gonna try to get back to all of you. And yeah, I wanna help you. I wanna guide you through the real Altseason. I've already just called, you know, like a 100x on Riv, no cap. I think it's going higher. And this has probably been the top call that any sort of YouTuber in crypto has done from the beginning of the year, really. So if you're excited to see what's to come, make sure to join my private group, because there's calls like this every single day. You saw in real time that we just had a 5x in the chat, just a random one, like 9 minutes ago. So you can see that every single day there's money to be made. You just need to look in the right places. I thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.